Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to United Source and Wingers. I'm Dominic, and on tonight's show, this video is going to be previewing the Real Sociedad game. We're talking about basically if we can win it and which team could win it. I want to know which team. I'm going to put all the teams up, and you've got to let me know which team is most likely to win it. I want to see who's got the knowledge about the Europa teams, the Europe teams. I want to find out what you know. We're going to welcome Neji Fox in the building. We've got YouTube TD Aiden coming on as well, and a new guest, Katie MUFC, is coming on as well. We're going to get their lineups. We're going to get their tactics. And again, tomorrow, straight after the game, we're having a match reaction with a twist. We're going to have our first live fan phone-in. So if you want to come on, talk about the game, hopefully we're having parties and having flicking Lucozade and flicking, I don't know, margaritas, having a good time, or we're going to be very, very upset. You can have your say. So tomorrow, make sure you come back here for the match reaction, live phone in. I'll give you the details and you can get your thoughts heard. But today is all about the Europa League. Neji, we are back in the Europa League. How you doing, Neji? You well?
I'm good, man. I'm great. Good as I can be, as always. Keeping it moving, as bits have been. I'm not excited for the Europa League. I know that.
Mate, I think you're the only person who can actually pull up a pink hat and a pink jumper, man. You make me look. Oh, you look good, man. I'm gonna put it out there. I couldn't do that.
I appreciate that, King. Anyone can wear pink, man. You just gotta put it on. That's it.
That's it, man. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to be a really, really good show. Again, we're previewing the Real Sociedad game. We're going to talk about if we can win it. We're actually going to look back to the 2017 winning team. We're going to look at each player that we had, the formation, what helped us win it against Ajax. We're going to go deep into that. And then we're going to actually look at the Europa League teams that are in front of us, who are going to stop us and try and stop us to win this. Because for me, we need to win this. And it's such a good opportunity to show people that we're taking a step forward. Whether you like Oli or you don't like Oli, this competition is still elite. And I'm going to tell you why it's elite, because of the teams that are still in there. And again, we're back tomorrow for the match reaction. I'm going to have a live phone in, so make sure you're there. Neji, we're going to kick this off, man. Obviously, we come off the back of a weird kind of season, I say half a season, whatever, where we don't know what's going to happen next. The Europa League is still a big competition for me. Some people say it's not, but it's big because we're in it. We make anything that we're in big, right? And the teams that we're going to talk about teams soon, but for me, this is a very big game and a chance for players to say, okay, we might not be able to do it in the Premier League, but we can do it on the big competition in the Europa League. Your initial thoughts about the game, man? Do you feel like do you feel we can win it? Basically, how do you feel?
I'll be honest. If we do win it, it will be down to an individual brilliance and Real Sociedad not turning up. That's my honest thoughts. I don't want to say that. It's shocking to say that, but I can't lie, man. I'm an honest guy, and yeah, man. I think the team that Real Sociedad are, they're good enough. They've got all the confidence in the world, and we've seen it before when foreign teams come and play United. The most of them are well drilled. They play their own way, and if they win, they win. They lose, they lose. Look at Besiktas. They weren't the greatest, but they had a plan ready for every team. Yeah, we're a bit naive in the way we set up. We're naive in the way we move the ball, and we rely on the big names, individuals to do bits. And I don't think that's going to work for Sociedad, and I can't see it changing with apparently some of the. I mean, is it Van der Beek and Martial potentially out and Cavani? Something like that. So yeah, man. It's not. I haven't got a clue how it's going to work. It's going to have to wing it. We have to wing it, bro. Literally.
Well, you know what, Neji? We got your team lineup coming up soon, which I'm very intrigued to see. I'm very intrigued to see because Neji does not. He does not let anything leave it in the locker. He brings it on the pitch every time he's watching the game. You're saying how you feel, what you thought the team lineup should be, what the players should be moving, the tactics. So I'm intrigued to see what your team lineup's going to be. Let me just quickly go to the comments, guys. Thank you so much for joining, watching live. I think we're at 400 subscribers. The road to 500, that would be absolutely amazing. Subscribe if you're new. Ian, big up Ian. I really appreciate you, mate. He's helped me with the channel here as a moderator, so I really appreciate you, man. Make sure to press the like button on your way, guys, in and subscribe if you're new. Appreciate that, man. Theodore, the one like Theodore. Mate, I love his picture. His picture's so cool. Sometimes I sit and think Oli has Donny, Pogba, Mata, Bruno, and Cavani, but he still can't get a good, consistent run of games. I wish he plays Axel and Bailly to show us that they suck.
Theodore, you're gonna like my lineup, bro.
You're okay. Naji's you can like his lineup, Theodore, man. Love it. Carl, what's going on, my brother? Martial, McTominay doubts, Cavani and Donny injured. Our poor record against Spanish teams, everything against us. Oh gosh, I might have to change my lineup. You know what? I'm still gonna go with what is. Is Cavani injured? Oh yeah, the press conference. Someone told me. Yeah,
he's done, bro.
I couldn't flicking watch it because I had to flicking got a baby on the way. So that's gonna change my team. Jesus have mercy. Smash the likes, yes. Ankit, how's it going? Cliss, hey guys, worry about the injuries we have. Yeah, big time. No Maguire, please. Okay, the fans have spoken. Nathan, what's going on, brother? Yo, bros, how you doing? Do you think we are going to win tomorrow? You know what, right? I'm going to get everybody's formations and lineups, and we're going to have an honest discussion because we're going to look at who's left in the tournament, who's left in the Europa League, because that's going to have a massive say on what we're going to do. Buggy vibes, well said, Carl. Things is our top players are injured. That's the problem for us. Yes. Dom moving like Woodward trying to spin the Europa League into elite players. You've got to.
Yeah, you have to, man. You have to. Especially if we won it before as well, bro. So
yeah. Mate, in about 50 minutes, we're going to have the real tournament start, but we're not in it. So to me, it's a rubbish tournament. Ankit, Napoli, yeah, these are the teams that are in there. You know what, right? It's a hard one for me, Naj, because I always want Manchester United to be successful and to give our best and give our all, but I just feel like we're not in the position to do that. Like, realistically, how long do you think it's going to take for us to actually mount a good Champions League, even Europa League winning team? Honestly,
bro, see, this is part of that question opens up the little dilemma that I've always kind of kept to myself, kind of thing, and because I've always said, obviously, I was Ollie for the rebuild, but not Ollie forever. And the reason I was like that is because I see that Ollie is able to put the structure back in place, but with an incompetent board, in order to do a rebuild the way that Klopp did his rebuild, you need consistent backing of the same caliber and same level with the same effort, and he's never going to get that. And Ollie, for me, he clearly likes individuals the same way Fergie did, but he doesn't have a system and a coaching system that's going to allow us to, in my opinion, allow us to progress for next season. Even so, if he can't do that, and he's showing that he's quite stubborn, picking certain players that don't allow us to play a certain style of football, I can't see us really. I think we'll turn into an Arsenal the way it's going. We'll turn into an Arsenal.
Don't say that.
Sorry, but that's how I feel, man.
Our players are so much better than Arsenal, man.
Top 4 trophy thing, and I don't want that. But yeah, man, it's just I think I think if Ollie gets a job, realistically, well, not realistically, in hindsight, he would need another 2 years. Because I predicted 6th this season before last summer. I always say that because I saw the same incompetencies. And I just genuinely believe that it'll take another 2 seasons for him at least to get the players that he wants.
Yeah.
To play a certain style of way. And then on top of that, you've got to add the coaching staff that are allowing the players to be able to their best ability. He's not going to do that, bro. So I can't see he's even making it happen. I'll be honest.
Do you think we're going to look at what teams are still in their sort of rounds and stuff? Do you think teams are scared of us anymore? Like, do you think when you look down it, and we'll get the teams up in a second, do you think they're scared of Manchester United, or they're like, oh, whatever?
I don't think foreign teams are. I think some of the English teams give us a bit more of a blight because of our recent form, and they're closer to home. So like, we've kept an eye on them. Yeah. But foreign teams will look at us as like, well, if you ain't turning up to the big day, then in a bit, bro, like, we'll show you what won. Like, we'll make it look shit at home, and then we'll get back on the plane and go home and laugh whilst you have to stay in England and get tomatoes thrown at you. Like, that's literally how they're running.
No, honestly, it's so true. Like, I'm thinking to myself, okay, we're Manchester United, and I hate saying that at the moment because it's so easy to say we're Manchester United, but we are Manchester United. We still have the pulling power. Basically, a conjunction of wages and of the history and what we've done. We can still do things, but I'm just wondering, will the players, for me, right? We're in a situation where some reason the Premier League, we're just not doing it. Like, we've got this thing in our head that's preventing us from killing off games. But when we go to different tournaments and we're on that big stage, for example, for me, I feel like Rashford is going to massively step up tomorrow. When he's in those big stages, he thrives of it. He wants to embarrass people and send them for hot dogs. So for me, like, I feel like Rashford's going to step up. Why can't we bring in this sort of mentality that's got us to 4 semi-finals, which we bottled, I know. Why can't we bring this mentality to the Premier League? Because I'm excited about this game. I know it's a Thursday night. Probably people want to be just watching, flicking, I don't know, Love Island or something, replays. But for me, like, it's still a competition where we can prove ourselves and, like, you know, make sure that we're in top 4. Because, to be honest, we're not winning the league. So why can't we bring that mentality over, man?
I don't. You know what it is? I think it's to do with personnel. I think it's about personality. I look at your captain and your leader. I just I did a show, my last show, yeah, and I was talking about Bruno, and I said a mentality is contagious.
Yeah,
like it's something you can feel. Like if you're a United fan, you watch Bruno play. He doesn't. You don't only just see it, but you feel that motivate. You feel it.
Yeah.
Then you see it, and you put the two together.
Yeah.
The players on the pitch, they don't actually. I don't believe they feel that mentality being filtered in unless Bruno is on the pitch. And I look at Maguire, as I said, as a captain. I look at Lindelof. I look at certain players with a mindset that it's for me too weak, and it's very closed off and very panicky and very stressful. The team definitely feel that, and unless they're on a good vibe and they're winning off good vibes and good energy and some individual brilliance and a few patterns here and there, it goes to pieces straight away. They've got no structure to fall back on.
You know, it's true. You know, that's a great example because when we beat Southampton, granted we had 10 men, but when people are feeling confident and happy, they played better, but they can't seem to bring themselves out of a rut, which is going to happen. We keep, I know obviously we come down for 1-0, but it's been at the early parts of the game and we've had individual brilliance to help us out. Yeah. But it seems like when it goes down, that's why I think people don't really like Martial, because he looks like he sulks. I don't know if he does. I don't know if that's just how he looks. Do you know what I mean? But I can
be, sorry, bro, go on, carry on.
No, yeah, just for me, I just don't know if I rate Martial so much, but he's not helping himself the way he kind of drops his shoulder and goes, "Oh no!" You just need to get back on it and score. Do you know what I mean?
He reminds me of a certain personality trait of Luis Nani when we had him. And one thing I always remember some players used to say about the way Fergie managed the players was that he'd know who to shout at and who to put an arm around.
Yeah, that's it, man.
And I think Martial has the personality of more of an introvert. He's not extroverted out there. He's very, very private person. And when he was going through his missing of goal droughts and stuff like that, in my opinion, I always give a little quotation because I look at what they bring to the team, bar the goals and assists. And the way Martial was playing was a lot. He had a lot of confidence. He was still coming in deep. Yes, he was missing chances, but he was still coming in the holes. He was still linking up play, making the pitch look, small for the other team and big for us. Do you know what I mean? His hold up play, his touch, his backing off. He's playing that role perfectly. However, because he wasn't scoring and getting assists, I feel like he was getting targeted. He got targeted wrongly by the press.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Wrongly by the fans in too much heat. Like he's a type at that stage. I feel he needed more support than he did the negativity.
Well, you know what, right? That's a perfect segue, guys, because now we're going to look back at the Europa League winning team because I don't feel like this team got a lot of pressure, just like Martial. And you might remember some of the players, guys, that were in this. And to bring this together, what we're going to do, we're going to bring some people in. You'll know some of the faces. And we're going to actually look back at the Europa League team. It was a crazy one, but it was a good one. So let's bring them in. Let's bring them in.
Slapped it.
Aiden and Katie, how's it going?
Hello.
You all right?
I'm all good, thanks. How are you doing?
Yeah, really good. How you doing, Aiden? You're on mute, bro. You're like a Zoom.
Sorry. I just woke up from a nap, bro. I'm a bit mad. I'm calm, bro.
Guys, thanks so much for joining. We're going to now look back at the Europa League team. We've got Katie here, a lifelong, I'll say, Man United fan. You would say, Katie?
Yes, definitely. I think that's like all I can remember is myself getting my first little Man United kit when I was about 7. So,
what was your first kit?
It was just one of the home ones. Literally just one of the home ones. The one that was out. Yeah, I was a bit too young
Vodafone.
to understand it all. But my dad, I think it was actually. I've got it in the loft. It's still up there. So I'm just like gathering shirts now.
Katie, do you mind just moving your phone landscape, if you mind?
Does that work?
Full picture. It should work if you got your rotation on. Don't know.
That might help.
Yeah, you might have to swipe now.
There we go. There you go. Look at that. Full screen. Oh. Perfect. All right, I want to bring in something, right, guys? Check this bad boy out, right? This was our Europa League 2017.
Oh, what a formation! Oh, yes.
Let that sink in for a second, right? Let me just go from the back. Let me go from the back.
Oh.
Romero was in goal. The guy literally has no parking space like Igalo did near the end of his career. Darmian, who was trying to get howled out. Smalling, which even Ricky from United Stand wanted Smalling back. At one point, I wanted Smalling back.
Yeah.
Which I still rate. I really hope his health's okay. I rate Blind. He was a part of a good footballing team. Valencia, who's his cross was a shot basically. If you got in the way of that shot, you'd probably die. Herrera,
Yeah, it was mad.
On a free. Honestly, I'll never forget that. Pogba, Fellaini, Moyes' flicking godson. Matt on the right, who's still there, who might leave because his contract's up this summer. Mkhitaryan, who flopped at Arsenal, we did the Sanchez deal. And look at the front, Rashford up top. Guys, give me your thoughts. Aidan, what's your thoughts on this team? What's this give you when you see it?
Well, I think it's clear evident. It's a bit of do you know what? Yeah, people say it's like a bad team, but to be honest, yeah, like I think obviously man for man it's a poor team, but if you look at it's got a lot of experience. Like Mata won a World Cup, won a Euros. Like Pogba won a World Cup. Fellaini was a very clutch player. You know, Herrera did his job. So like, you know, Valencia was a PL winner. Like it's man for man, it's a poor team. But I think when you look at teams like that, it tells you that you don't need like an 11 full of superstars. If you have a good system and you play them right, then that's why I mean, like people talking about, oh, can we win the competition this year? We should be smacking every team. Like man for man, there's no other team that's got a team as good as us. It's just dead. There's not. So when I look at that, it's like, if we can win with that, there's no excuse right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was Jose Mourinho. Katie, what's this inspiring you? What's this make you feel like when you see this team?
It literally looks like you've got players from so many different managers.
Yeah.
Like you can see that that's Jose. You can see that that's like some sort of leftover Fergie ones. But I don't see how we even won with that, to be quite honest with you. But like you say, you have got the experience. Like I'm surprised that Romero was in goal, to be honest. Like, but even like Valencia, like you say, Mata, it'd be good to get Mata in to this Europa League, I think.
Yeah, I've not seen Mata hardly enough. Not enough. I really respect the guy. He's one of those people, like he brought out a book. He's one of those people, like he'll come up to you and give you an autograph. You know, he's like, oh, go away. He'll be like, oh, yeah, no problem. I was about to do a Spanish accent. That would have gone down. I was so close. I was like, no, not doing it. But he's one of those people that he'll be like, yeah, no problem. Have a coffee. Do you know what I mean? He's a nice guy. And I feel like he's one of the few technical players that actually knows about the pass and move. When I was watching Champions League, which is coming on in about 40 minutes, I was watching PSG and I was watching Barcelona, and they make the ball work so easy. They let the ball do the work. If they let the ball do the work, and I just feel like we just do so much, and then we complicate such a simple game. But
yeah,
you know what? For me, it's a weird one. Neji, how do you feel that this team brings for you, bro?
I just see balance, bro. Weirdly, but I see a bit of balance. Like I actually see two centre backs. I see two centre backs that can do a job. I know they don't need their hands holding, like they work out. Yeah. I see an absolute beast of a right back who's just a Donny, absolute unit, bro. Like I feel like if you were a footballer, bro. Dom, if you were a footballer, that was you, Valencia. All day. Like no one's taking the ball off you, bro. I'm telling you now, straight. Yeah.
I love that. You know what I loved about him, Nate? You know what I loved about him? That he always tucked his shirt in, like he was
man, bro. Listen, he reminds me, when I went to Jamaica, bro. I went into KFC, yeah. You know, normally in the UK, everyone at KFC's got their shirt tucked out, it's all greasy, they're all like, what do you want, mate? Yeah. Listen, in Jamaica, bro, got a ruler, tucked in, a wire. Proper like they're going to start fighting, bro. Like, Valencia's that guy, you don't mess with him. But yeah, man, this team here, it looks balanced. It's not my favourite team. I remember cussing Fellaini so much at that time, that era. But there's a balance there, and obviously he went and got the job done. I think they played quite well as well that game.
So I'm gonna ask you one simple question. You say yes or no. Would you rather this team plays tomorrow or the team that we've got available?
Team we've got available.
Team we've got available. Aidan?
Yeah.
Do you mean with injuries or like?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of injuries. But yeah, just who are going to play tomorrow or this team? How do you see it to play tomorrow?
This team.
This team. Wow. Yeah. What are you saying, Aidan?
It depends on the manager, bro.
Oh,
I don't know.
All right,
I
Jose
don't know.
Mourinho as the manager or Ollie as the manager with tomorrow?
I think that Ole with that would get Pam 10-0, but I think Jose, like, yeah, I think that's got a lot of, like, if you play it right, like, it's winner's mentality, really. That's it, really.
Yeah, I would feel with Jose, believe it or not, that guy was toxic at the end. Honestly, he probably didn't.
Yeah, he was.
He wouldn't give the players a birthday card on their birthday, 100%, right? But I feel so much more reliable in terms of I know we'll be solid. That fridge, you ain't opening it. You're not opening that fridge. So for me, I've got to think about the future. I can't go on this team, but you know what? We just got to freaking win. That's all we got to freaking do. We just got to freaking win. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. This is the Real Sociedad preview. We're going to get all the lineups. We've got Neji Fox here. We've got Katie and we've got Aiden. It's going to be a good show. We're going to really try and get into the depths of everything that we're doing. So I want to kind of talk about something here, right? Because obviously we've got a massive thing coming up. In Real Sociedad, we've got Adnan Yanadai coming up talking about LVG and so forth like that. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if he's going to start or how big Silva's going to be. But I want to ask you, Aiden, in terms of the teams that we've got left, is there anybody that stands out to you?
Well, actually, I think I have to. So I looked at the teams left, and I'll kind of get it off the top of my head. There's a few teams that stand out to me. I think there's a lot of teams that I look at and I'm like, yeah, you're not a brilliant team, but you've got like individual quality, like Napoli. They got people like Insigne, you got obviously like Koulibaly. But I'm quite worried about people like AC Milan because I think the thing in like European games, like I think, yeah, man for man, that's important. But what scares me is teams that are organised, teams that, you know, have won things and have been there before and know how to do it. Because if you look at the reason why we lost last year, the reason why we lost is because we didn't know how to do it. Sevilla, have they got a better team than us? No. But we had no clue how to win. We had no clue how to manage a game. And they absolutely tactically outclassed us. So people like, even like Ajax, I don't really want to play Ajax. And yeah, I don't think anyone there has more individual quality than us. I think we have by far the best squad. But I do not want to come up against people like AC Milan, people like Napoli, because they've won stuff. You know, Napoli won the cup a few months back. So, yeah.
Who do you think's going to win this? If I had to ask you, look at all these different teams. You've got the likes of Arsenal, Leicester in it, Leverkusen, Granada. That feels like, I don't know, some sort of drinking from Jamaica or something. I don't know. You've got Hoffenheim, you've got Napoli, Shakhtar. You've got some good teams. You even got Ollie's old team, Molde. So if you had to, if I gave you £10,
say that again. I beg you, say that again.
Molde. If you had I gave you £10, right? I had a good week at work, right? And I said, here's £10. Who are you putting your money on to win?
I think it's between Ajax, AC Milan, Napoli. One of the two, I think. I think AC Milan and Napoli.
I'll give you £5 split.
I'm going to say Napoli just because I think the one man for man they're better at the moment. But I'm going to say Napoli.
Katie, how are you feeling about the teams we've got here, and who do you think will win?
I mean, the thing is, though, is that on paper, we should be beating all of these teams hands down, like easily. But I just really doubt the whole mentality. That's my only thing that holds me back, because otherwise I would say we've got it. Like, our hands are on the trophy, we can lift it. But I don't want to be negative and say that I'm doubting it, but I'm doubting it. So I'd say probably go for, if I had to choose, AC Milan, just because I think they've been pretty good so far this season. I haven't watched many of like the European games, but from what I've seen, I've watched a few of AC Milan. I think they're probably the best chance, but I've seen a lot of people saying that Tottenham have got it, and I'm just like, okay, you keep thinking that and go for it, but I'm not buying that one.
I'll take that. Nice one. No, AC Milan, they are strong. Zlatan knows how to win. He knows how to win. I think
that's the biggest thing, is that especially in our team, we haven't got any people that have really won anything. Whereas we've obviously got Zlatan, so they have got just immediately they've just got that kind of a leader that knows how to win this type of competition. I
completely agree. Guys in the comments, what do you think? Who's going to win? We've got Buggy Vibes saying that it will be Roma's a good side. Carlos is saying Spurs will win. Napoli are terrible under Gattuso. Ajax is good. Shout out. Yeah, I just like the way Ajax play football, in honesty.
Yeah.
I just really enjoy it. Neji, who are you thinking, man? Who's coming out to you here? Because I love how no one's mentioned Arsenal. Just no one said anything about
Arsenal, bro.
You know what? I'll be honest, Arsenal probably have a better chance than us with this squad, because the way that Arteta's actually playing football. And if you think about how Arteta's playing football, Like they're looking solid now. They're looking confident and solid in what they're doing. Whereas our team are more confident in who they are as individuals. It's like, I'm Pogba, I'm Rashford, I can do this. Let's go. So yeah, man. Also, I wouldn't sleep on us. I'd laugh at him still, but I wouldn't sleep on him. For me, bro, I'm gonna go. I agree with AC Milan because I think with Zlatan in there, you saw how he changed our team mentally. Bang, straight in there. He's a winner. Wasn't the fastest even in the Premier League and still had that mentality. So I'd say AC Milan, Leicester, Ajax has been mentioned, and I'd also say Real Sociedad, who we've got as the potential winners.
So you're not saying Maccabi Tel Aviv, no?
I was gonna say Molde, but I didn't know.
Molde. No. I think Maccabi Tel Aviv, they got a good shout, you know. They've got this guy called. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, now I would say right, Europa League. I think this is probably the first year where this is probably one of the strongest years of competition.
Yeah.
It really, really is. And for me, Tottenham could beat us on their day if they just sit back and we can't beat the low block. We can't beat a low block at the moment. Napoli, Shakhtar have some good players. Rangers, I don't know I don't know what's going on there. There's who else?
They're top of the league, bro.
Are they
they're
top
like 10 points clear? Bro, they're like bare points clear under Steven Gerrard. They've got mad players like that guy, that right back Tavernier.
This is
what Rangers in it as well.
Huh?
Oh man, I didn't even see Rangers.
Yeah, Rangers are like 10 points clear of the Scottish League, bro.
I don't like this. And Arsenal, we can't beat Arsenal at the moment, and we're all laughing at them, but we can't beat them. So this is going to be a tough game. It's a tough game, but guys, I appreciate your thoughts. We're in a tough. It's a tough game. It's a tough period for us as well because obviously I think we've got Newcastle next as well, and people will say that's an easy 3 points. It's not. We've
learnt that, haven't we, the last few weeks? Nothing is an easy 3 points.
I'm not taking anything for granted. If it's snowing outside and it said, "Oh, it's all good," just go out and barefoot. I'm wearing boots. I'm not taking anything for granted. Like, honestly, it's a hard competition. So I want to get your thoughts, Katie. Talk to me about Real Sociedad. We're going to get your lineups up in a second, but tell me how you think the game's going to go and what we need to do to win this game.
We just need to. I think we need to go in with the mentality that we're not going to win, if that makes any sense.
Oh, okay.
So I think our issue that we've had against like Sheffield United, even like the beginning of West Ham game, like the FA Cup game, and West Brom as well, is we've gone in thinking, right, we've got these 3 points, this is going to be an easy game. And by the time we've started to get into the groove of it, we're like, oh, right, okay, like they're playing like this. And then it's taken us like 40 minutes, even 45 minutes, 50, to just get into the groove of it, which is the issue. So we have to go into this game thinking, right, this isn't going to be an easy win. We just need to get the job done and go, like, foot on the gas as soon as we get in. Okay. But then it's like, is that going to happen? Who knows?
Well, tell me how you're going to make this team work then. This is Katie's starting 11.
Yeah, so obviously Cavani's out, isn't he?
Yes.
And then McTominay's questionable as well, apparently.
So who are you bringing in there?
So we're going to go for Henderson in goal. I want to see what he can do, basically, and I want to see how he can do in Europe as well, just because obviously it's like a different style of play from the British teams that you get as well. Yeah. For me, after the disaster class that we've had with our two centre-backs, Bailly has to come in. Like, 100%. Like, that's if Ollie plays Lindelof, I think the game could be a massive risk for us, and I don't even want to watch it, basically. I can't put myself through it.
I actually think it'll be unfair to keep playing Lindelof. The guy needs a break. He needs a break. He needs the eyes off him. He needs to look back at some videos and just say, you know what, I really flopped that. I need to figure out what I need to get on the weights. I need to want the ball more. I need to, you know what I mean? I need to just get some anger. Watch Rambo, or I don't know, like flicking just, do you know what I mean? Just get on it. And he's not doing it. But yeah, go on, Karen.
Yeah. And then Tellez, I just thought he's going to have to make a few swaps in this game. I don't think that he can keep going for this same, like Shaw, Maguire, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka. I think he's just got to mix it up a bit. Yeah. But that's like a solid defense, I would say. And then Matic, I put Matic in just because I'm thinking if McTominay can play, Matic is quite like a solid sort of defensive midfielder. So McTominay can sort of attack a bit more, which we've seen like in recent weeks. Like, what a box-to-box player. Like, unbelievable. Yeah. But then if he's going to be out, then I can't imagine Fred going there. I don't know why.
What's the injuries again? Does everybody know the injuries? Because I've heard a few.
Yeah,
things.
it's Martial and McTominay have knocks. No, and then it's also that Pogba has muscle injury, Cavani has a muscle injury, so they're going to be out for ages.
Yeah.
Right, so Martial is a knock, so he could play.
Van der Beek's muscle injury.
Yeah,
Van der Beek's a muscle injury, so he's going to be out for a while. Pogba's out muscle injury, he's out for a while. Cavani's muscle injury plus he's 30 plus is going to be out for ages. And then McTominay is a knock, and then Martial's is a knock.
So they're not sure. Yeah, not sure whether they'll be able to.
And then even if you play them today, they'll be injured for Newcastle.
Wait, so basically we're saying we're going to start Amad Diallo. Basically, that's what we're saying. Like, this is crazy.
Have some faith, man.
Hey, I believe. You know what? Sometimes though, have you noticed when we have injuries, people step up and we actually play better?
Remember Rashford? Martial got injured in before the start of the game. Rashford,
Diallo.
Yeah, bro.
So wait, Greenwood, Rashford, Bruno, they're all fit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll just have to swap. If Martial's got a knock, I bet he'll still play. I thought that. Yeah. Or they'll put Greenwood up top and then put Ahmed on the right.
I think I would probably put Greenwood in for Cavani. Keep Rashford on the left. The only other thing is he going to bring in like Dan James? Because I can see that happening, and I can see it just to give him like a run, basically.
I forgot he played for us. Sorry.
Yeah, I know, but I think he should have played for like West Brom. I think because that was the type of like energy we needed. We were so flat against West Brom that to just get Dan James on to literally just run at the defense, like this human wall that they essentially built. Like that would have been a good game for him, but I'm not convinced by this one.
You know what? I've just realised because guys, we did these team lineups like early in the day.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's any point even showing all the lineups because they're just going to be completely wrong. I feel like we need to just come up with a team together.
Yeah.
So are we happy with Henderson at the back? Right? All happy with that?
Yeah.
I think so. I like the guy that he goes like he just goes for it. He looks like he's up for it. Like he's one of those people that wear a cap. I like people that wear a cap because they look like nutters, like flicking nutters. So you got Henderson back. Are we going with Tellers or Shaw? Because Katie's gone with Tellers. Are we going with Tellers or Shaw?
I can't remember who
I think Tellers. Man.
I went with Shaw. I think you went with Shaw as well.
Did I have Shaw?
Yeah, I think you did. I'm going with Shaw only because rotation. Am I a rotation guy? You know what? Freaking hell. Give Tellers a kicking shout, Mr. 99 whip. Let's give him. Why not?
Yeah.
I think you either rotate it in this game or you rotate it against Newcastle, and I'm not sure whether they're going to be taking any risks for Newcastle.
You know what? With Shaw and Tellers, I feel like he could potentially even put Tellers as left winger because he whips balls in and Shaw behind him.
Bruv. Honestly, if you put a flat 4-4-2,
that could be nice.
That could work well.
You could play Martial up front, Bruno second striker, and you could play Tellers on the left wing. Bro, there's better options.
Wait, we're playing
not left mid.
We're playing FIFA now. We're getting unrealistic. What do you do? At least
not even, bro. You like a Veron and Scholes thing, didn't it? And that did not work. That's probably not a good example, is it?
You know when you go on FIFA and you start transferring players for different teams, like we're just doing that.
Career man.
Doing that. I remember when I was
just whilst on FIFA quickly, on the side subject. Have we got a pro clubs team or what, boys and ladies?
We can make a pro clubs team. I don't know.
I feel like it needs to happen, bro. Let's do it.
I don't even play video games anymore, bro.
I haven't got the time to turn on my PS4. Like literally, if I turn it on, that means I'm in trouble. Basically,
if you're watching this, I'm happy to make a team, and let's make our PS4.
All right. So out of all four of us, Naji's got the most time. So guys, hit up Naji afterwards. He's got time to spare. I hope his girlfriend's not watching this because she'd be like, "Wait a minute," you know what I mean?
Keep it on the quiet, bro.
Tellers on the left. Let's go. Maguire, Bailly. I think we could all agree on that. AWB. You put time.
Whoa! I don't want Maguire, bro.
Really?
Bro, can you just put my team sheet up, bro? Just so.
Oh my god!
He really wants it. All right, because you are so nicely. I'll put it up for you, mate. Only because you are so nicely. But I'm going to give you a 2-minute maximum. Okay.
That's cool. I'll do it in a minute, bro. 60 seconds.
All right, got it.
And right there, guys. In 60 seconds, you see an absolute balling team. That's what you need to see. That's it. That's it. Now, obviously, I just think like it can't get any worse than Maguire and flipping Lindelof. They've had more chances than necessary. So why on earth can we not give at least the same energy to Axel and Bailly for like 2 games straight, 3 games? Because can it get any worse? No. I look at Axel and Bayern and think on their own they can handle anyone. They don't need to hold hands and things like that. So I know together, yeah, man, it will help. It will help us so much better. So I think just those two should be there. Obviously, Van der Beek's injured, but I really like McTominay and Van der Beek and the pivot against Watford. I thought that worked really well for balance in terms of the way the ball went forward through midfield. Yep. Diallo on the right obviously needs a start. I think it'd be perfect for him to play in Europa League. And obviously Greenwood up top because we need to see him as a 9. He's just signed a new contract. So, yeah, man. And Martial needs some confidence. I don't think Rashford does, but I think Martial needs some confidence, shut the races up. So, whack him in. But that was my team, yeah.
Mate, I don't think we're ever going to see Diallo start.
No, we're not.
There's more chance of me getting on the pitch, and I'm 19 stone.
I saw an article, though. I saw a tweet from MUFC, what's it called? That guy with the Bruno every year that does the news that said he could start.
Really?
Yeah, I'll show you. Wait,
if he starts, oh my gosh.
Wait, I'll try to find
that
it. Yeah, so it's MUFC MPB. You know that guy with the Bruno every year? He's got like
with the weird name.
5K followers. He said there's a real chance of Aman making his Man United debut against Sociedad tomorrow. And given the injury news, it's from a guy called senior Manchester United right for the Manchester Evening News. They get briefed.
That means he might be featured, right? He might not start.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, if he's featured at least, though, I don't even think he'd get featured.
You know what, right? How I don't understand how we could have brought him on. Was it Southampton, right? He was on the bench. What game was he on the bench for? We were winning.
Oh yeah. Southampton, wasn't it?
It was, right?
It wasn't there for Southampton, I'm sure.
No, I don't think he was.
Oh no, it was West Ham.
Damn, yeah. Right? Why did he not come on for a bit when we had nothing? We had no invention.
We brought Williams on. I'd go home, bruv. I'd literally get my boots and go home. If I saw Williams getting on ahead of me, bruv, no, that's mockery. That's taking this.
Guys, thanks so much for watching. Nathan, thanks for that heads up as well. Akil's saying Ollie will go with Henderson, AWB, Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw, Matic, Fred, Bruno, Rashford, Green, and Mata. Marty. Oh, I said Marty. I was like, Marty start if fit. Yeah, you know what? That's not bad. Yeah. When Ollie says he's got a knock, don't believe it, man. Don't believe it. A knock means nothing. I could knock my table on my head. I'll be fine. Do you know what I mean? Like he's one of those people. He loves to lie. What else we got? Van der Beek, McTominay, and Martial's not fit as well. Yeah, it's a hard one. We don't know what the team's going to be, but we know the player to look out for. David Silva is going to be a hard magician of the game. We haven't actually got a player like David Silva in our team, have we? If you think who's played like David Silva,
Mata,
the closest.
He's the closest we got, Mata. But he ain't on the same levels.
I mean, to be honest, when Pogba plays in an 8, he's probably closest to David Silva if he's restricted.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah. And we're missing out Pogba. Where's the invention going to come? How far do you think we're going to go in this competition, Katie? Like, do you actually think we've got a chance to go far? Just being completely honest, just for the people that are tuning in again.
I think we do. I do. Yeah, I think we have a chance of going far. The only thing is that you can't just rely on Bruno. I don't like a lot of the time in the Premier League, we just rely on Bruno to create everything, but it's going to have to, you can't just do individual differences. You need to have a whole team chipping in basically.
Yeah. I completely
but even
agree.
like Maguire in the West Brom game, I was quite impressed with how he was sort of carrying the ball up the pitch. And if you can just get stuff like that, get people whipping in balls, Rashford not doing 200 stepovers to try and get the ball through. Like, this is the thing. I think we just have to resort to basics. I think that's literally just going to be it, because in the Premier League, it can all get a bit technical because you can see it amongst other teams. Like, everybody likes to make everything a bit tricky and a bit fancy, whereas like the European teams just play different. And I think you just need to, if we just focus on the basics, stick to the basics, then I think we can go far.
You know what, right? I love that. I wish Rashford just didn't do 200 step overs. Like, honestly, like...
Yeah, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating.
And he's not even good at them. It's not like he's Greenwood and he's good at them. He's not even good at them.
As soon as he does it, everyone just dispossesses him, and then he just turns around again. And then it's like, you've just sprinted to that box. You could have just taken a shot, but...
This is what I'm saying.
That's the only thing.
You know what? I had a show yesterday about what we could do to actually fix Man United with Soph from Hair Dryer Treatment. And we were talking about what is the issue? How can we fix Man United? Guys, I'm going to give you the platform for just 2 minutes to say how you would fix Manchester United, because everybody's got an idea, everybody's got a vision, but it's a hard job. What would you do? And I'm not just being, this is a team I play with. What would you do to fix Manchester United? And we're going to have a little vote who comes up with the best idea, right? Because I've got my ideas. I know Aiden's got his ideas. I know Neji's sticking his nose. And so is Katie. I'm going to give you the platform, right? I'm going to give you a platform, and you tell me. Let's start off with Aiden. Aiden, you got 2 minutes. As Manchester United manager, how would you fix
Anything, bro? Oh, if I'm the manager.
Yeah, if you're the manager, because obviously you could be on Twitter, right?
Sorry,
Don't
say
say
you're doing it wrong.
yourself, because that's harsh, man.
You've now got your platform to tell everyone right now how you fix Manchester United. No pressure. Let's go.
So if I was manager, how I'd just like fix the team or the club?
Yeah, fix the whole thing, mate.
Anything. Okay, first thing, yeah. I'd scream at Ed Woodward until he gets DOF, and I'd get new coaches in. I would also only man manage if I was Ole. I wouldn't do anything apart from man manage because he can't coach. So yeah, get coaches in. That's the main thing we need to do for me. I think over anything at all, get some coaches in, because the way we play football, I've said this for time, with the squad we have, there is literally there's about 10 man-for-man teams that are better than us in Europe, and that's not even exaggeration. Probably about maybe 11 or 12. So the fact that we're doing what we are, and a lot of the times it comes down to it that I think just coaches. I think that's what lost us the Sevilla game. I think that's what loses us a lot of semi-finals. I think that's what loses us a lot of games where we're not confident. Because the thing is, yeah, if you're not confident and you have a system, the system makes up for the lack of confidence because you're not even thinking about what you're doing. I don't need to think to walk, do I? Because I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I don't need to think. But if I want to like sprint 100 meters, I need to be confident. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, we just need coaches. So if I could get one thing in coaches.
And manager Aiden, as you're doing so well with that, who would you sell?
Sell? Who would I sell? Raw, that's a mad question.
Yeah, it's manager's job, mate.
Okay, first thing, sell Maguire, sell the fridge. I don't want a hot point in my club. And then on a serious note, yeah, I'd actually get rid of this guy. And I'm telling you why.
Yes, Aiden.
He's number one, he is captain. Number two, he's on a ridiculous amount of wages. Number three, it's always partner Maguire when it shouldn't be always partner Maguire because he's literally like
seconds.
Why is it always partner Maguire? So yeah, I'd get rid of Maguire. That's the one player I'd get rid of. I'd get rid of people like Phil Jones, people that are on a ridiculous amount of wages. But first people I get rid of is Maguire because why are you captain, bro? Like, no offense.
Aiden, you know what? Well done, my man. Guys, you've heard it from Aiden there. He just wants to get rid of Maguire and buy a new Samsung fridge. So that's Aiden for you. We're going to take it to Neji. Neji, your 2 minutes as Manchester United manager. How are you fixing this club? Because everybody's got views on Twitter, but when it's come to shove now on the stream, what you got to say?
I'll be honest, bro. I'm cussing. I'm bringing my Jamaican flag with me and everything, bro. I'm literally going to Ed Woodward, bro. I'm going to Ed Woodward and I'm talking real talk to him, bro. I'm bringing my grandma and everything, saying, listen, you need to get me a Ross Clark DOF, otherwise somebody's gonna, you know what I mean? Some voodoo, something's happening to you in the Dutch part.
Voodoo?
Yeah, whatever, bro. then literally, once he's sorted and he's picked up his vibe and gone, you know what? Okay, I need to sort this manager out, otherwise I've lost it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I ain't surviving the next day. I'm just walking out, saying thank you. I'm going straight into the club meeting. I'm sitting every player down. I'm gonna do like a left and right. I'm gonna go, okay, if you think you're a baller, stand to the left. If you think you're not a baller, stand to the right. There's no in between. And then if Maguire goes to the baller side, I'm saying I'm literally gonna go, right, you're sold. You're not a baller, you're sold, go sit at the back. Certain other players that they want to do the same thing. I was like, listen, you're sold, you're coming in. Okay, this is my group of players. I've probably got about 8 players. I'm going to go back into Ed Woodward and say, listen, in 2 weeks' time, I want a Sancho, I want a Haaland, I want to tell the Glazers to take money out of the Buccaneers, bring it back. Yeah, man, that's me, bro. I'm just going in. I'm going in. And I'll just tell the man in the press conference what's been going on. I'll say, I don't mind taking a fine. I support Man United. I die Man United. So I'll die on my soul, bro. I'll literally go to a press conference and say, this is the conversation I had. Here's the tape. Here's everything. This is Ed Woodward. This is what I want. This is what I told Maguire about himself. You know what I mean? That's it, bro. And then from there, people are like, raw. This manager's not messing around. Then I'd be like, right, guys. Now I need a coaching staff. I don't know how long I've got left, probably 30 seconds.
You got 10 seconds, mate.
Yeah, then I'm getting the coaching staff and saying, listen, go and enjoy, yeah. Play with some passion. We're going to play some nice style football. I got you guys, man. That's it.
That's it.
Mad.
Aiden, I'm sorry, man. I think Neji got you there, bro. But he got you.
I don't think it would work, by the way.
Man said Neji in. Yeah, I agree, bro. Go out, Neji in.
It's the change of rooms and say, okay, if you think you're good, go to the left.
If Maguire stepped to the right, bro, I swear down.
Do you know why you do that, though? Because I want to see where their mentality's at. And I guarantee Maguire will probably step through like he's balling, bro. He'll probably get his chest up like, yeah, I'm a captain. No, mate, you're not.
Oh my God, guys.
I think you're right there, to be honest.
He is right, guys. If you enjoyed Naji's speech there, give the video a like. Subscribe if you're new. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers now. I think we're at 400. Yeah, I appreciate all you watching and reading and people are laughing in the comments. Like, thanks so much, guys. This streaming show and the whole channel itself is just about good vibes and being happy and just getting together as Man United fans. So I appreciate your support. Katie, the floor is yours. 2 minutes. What are you going to do?
How am I supposed to follow after that?
I need number 2. Katie, you can just say, "Oh, I'll be Naji's number 2." Like, you're on the side backing it.
There you go. I will be going up to the boardroom with Naji, and I'll be there pounding at Ed Woodward, being like, "No, listen to him. I'll be the hype woman. I'll be the hype woman with it all."
Yes.
But yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I think like both of you are right. It is literally just the issues are at the top. Like that's it. Once you've sorted out that, then you can start working your way down. But we definitely need some experienced coaches that know how to implement like a solid style of play. Because at the moment, it's kind of just like put everyone in a blender, see what comes out, like, and that's it. Yeah. Just kind of winging it as they go along.
Yeah.
And sometimes you see like moments where you're like, yeah, okay, like that looks great. I enjoy watching this. But then other times it's like, this is a shambles.
Yeah.
So, and then we just need some quality experienced players come in.
Katie, thank you so much. That was lovely, succinct, articulated well. You guys, you're always.
Is that a thing of me and AG? Is that a thing of me and AG?
They brought the comedy side of it.
Katie and Naji went with like, look, just a hard approach. Aiden went with kind of systems and getting out a new fridge into the kitchen. And Kate was kind of a blend of both. She said, if we're going to do it, the smoothie at the moment don't taste nice. It's not good. The ingredients, there's a shoe in there. There's some chewing.
It's tasting bitter.
Yeah, it's tasting bitter. There's some ginger in there. It don't taste nice. So we need to figure out this team. For me, I'm going to tell you what I feel, right? I'm going to take all that into a Super Saiyan shake, right? And think to myself, the first thing I'm doing is going into that changing rooms, right? And saying, guys, I'm going to be honest with you.
I'll be honest, you're banging Maguire out in the face. He's not like that. I know it, bro. You're swinging.
No, I'm not. I'm a lovely guy. I would never do that. So I'll say to the team, all right, guys.
You said you're not hench.
Right, guys. I know it's been a really tricky period. I need to know where we're all at. I'll talk to Maguire separately and say, Maguire, I know there's a lot of heat in you. Do you want to be a captain? He'll probably say yes. But I'll say, look, we're going to put this to a vote, all right? Because I'm a new manager, and my way of working is to put this to the team. Who do they want to be the captain of the team? My thought would be it'll be Bruno, just naturally, right? I think it'll be Bruno naturally. And then I want to start getting the team to think about what they actually want to do in this. And as soon as they start saying what their ambitions are, what they're doing, we're going to start to see who are the important players with the mentality that want to win, that care about the club. And the people that are quiet, we know straight away that they're not going to play. I'd rather play players that aren't as good, right, technically, but actually are trying to listen to the coaching, to listen to the formations. How many times, right, did Jose Mourinho said I had to coach Shaw on the touchline? And we all laughed and said, oh, that's a bit out of order. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes I feel like in this situation, we need someone shouting at the players saying, you've got the ball, pass and move. There was a really good thing at Twitter today where Pep was like kind of instructing his players.
Yeah.
See it, Aiden, right? He was instructing his players about pass and move, and then there was another clip below it with Raheem taking the exact instructions,
same thing,
and moving it and opening his body out. Because if the ball's here and it's coming towards you, you invite pressure. But if you go like that, you've got the pitch and you can pass and move. We don't do the basics. So first of all, I'm buying 1,000 cones because we need to get more cones because people don't know about the areas. I want a cone on the left. I want a cone on the right, and I want to see people pass and move. I'm banning Pig in the middle. I'm banning that thing. I hate seeing that because no one's doing it on the pitch. I never want to see Piggy in the middle. Never happen, never again. And I want to get a new coaching system. I'm getting a DOF. I'm getting the best DOF. I'm getting rid of Matt Judge. We need a new culture. Forget him, right? But we can't get rid of the Glazers. We know that. But get rid of Matt Judge, get a new DOF, a new coaching ability, and just get that culture and get a real leader that wants to win no matter what. We can do this. And that's what I feel we're going to do, guys. So, guys, in the comments, I don't know what you feel. I don't know how you feel about this. I don't know if you have your thoughts of how we can improve and how we can get the team going. But everybody on Twitter in Manchester United world, they want the best for the team. And at the moment, I feel like we're very close to the fan base dividing again. Do you remember about a month or and a half ago, it was toxic in the fan base?
Yes, Leipzig after, yeah.
It was Leipzig, right?
Yeah.
And I even brought a video about fans. You can't say you hate Ollie or hate it. You can't bring it personally. And I did a special video on that. I don't want to get to that period again where we all start doing random things and we all think we know it. And at the end of the day, this is our club, right? I don't know, Katie, how did you get into Manchester United? Like, what brought you in as a fan?
Are we talking like life, or are we talking
tell me what were you doing? Like, what? I want to talk about. There's so many different fans that like the club for different reasons. Like, and we just need to remember the human aspect, right?
Yeah, I mean, my dad has been the biggest Man United fan for so long, so I was kind of brought into that like environment where it was kind of, if you want to watch it with me, you can. And I just kind of gradually got into it. I played a little bit of football when I was younger, but I was
nice.
Didn't love playing it, but just loved
probably
watching
better than though still.
But yeah, and then like obviously enjoyed it, but then when it sort of got to like the older I got, the more I was like, okay, I'm invested now, and now there's no going back. So it was just literally just a combination. My dad being like, if you fancy watching it with me, watch it, and then it just built from there. And now like we still watch it all the time together.
That's what I hate when people say, "Oh, you're not a real fan if you don't go and watch the matches." Are you joking me?
Yeah.
Do you know how much tickets are? Do you know how much it costs to get there? Some people have a 4-hour trip, petrol, snacks, ticket, and then you go there for a 90-minute match. If you don't make it to the matches, it does not mean you're a fan. Not a fan. You're a fan if you support the club. That's 100. There's no little thing. That's it.
Can I just say on that, Dom? That's literally that. If you've got that mindset, that's literally like saying if you want a ticket order of 75,000 fans, you're not allowed to be a fan. Like the stadium only holds 75,000, so that's like saying only 75,000 people could be a fan. That's ridiculous.
It's absolutely ridiculous. It's so true. Aidan, where did your love for Man United come from? What was it come from?
I think like when I was much younger, I don't really remember much of it still. I think like I've got pictures of me in the Man United when I was really young. But I've got this, my dad got me when I was at 2. Started from 2002. So I must have had that, like he must have been like that's when he like got me Man United when I was very young. But to be honest, my earliest memories were like I think watching the Champions League in like 2009 maybe.
Nice.
I was very young, but I just watched it, and then I remember I started listening and watching every single game in the 13-14 season. So that was the season. I remember chatting to my mates about I was like, would you Bayern or Man United when Vidic scored the header, and then after then really I every day I'd bring my little Walkman after football practice, and on a Saturday I'd listen to the games when I was like I think I was like 12 or something. But that's basically it, man. I just loved it since.
Mate, I love it. People out there will say, "Oh, you're not a real Manchester United fan if you don't subscribe to MUTV." Honestly, like I'm like, I'd rather not and get a Nando's in honesty. At the moment, what am I subscribing to? Like honestly, what am I subscribing to? Obviously, I love watching the under-23s, seeing the people playing, the kids coming up 100%. But for me, that did not make me a Manchester United fan. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if this guy's going to see it, but sometimes I get the for certain big games and stuff. I'll get the subscription and then cancel it just after.
That commentator is dead, bro. I saw that guy sounds like he's straining every time he gets gassed. He's like, "Oh my god, United!" It's like, bro, you're just a dead commentator. Like, it's so painful to listen to. Like.
And it's just quickly, Neji, because we got to actually do score predictions as well.
Man.
Your love come from Manchester United, man.
Well, when I was younger, I used to play football like religiously. I just enjoyed the game, loved the game. And my mum taught me actually how to pass. I used to kick with my toes. She told me to pass with the inside of my foot. And the field used to be right outside. And I used to follow players. I didn't know much about teams, but when I used to watch the TV and stuff, I used to follow players. And when I used to play, because I was the only mixed race kid in my area who used to play football, they used to call me Paul Ince because we used to shout, we used to like call who's going to be what player. And then at the time, obviously, Paul Ince was the only mixed race player that I'd ever seen. So that gave me a bit of ownership to like, oh yeah, I'm him. And obviously, he went to Liverpool after. But yeah, when he was at United, when he was at United, I managed to like see him in the England team and stuff like that. So he was kind of a role model for me, just from an identity perspective.
That's nice.
And obviously, through that time, I then got to know about Beckham and everyone else. And then from there, that was just my team. And yeah, obviously, I'm a passionate guy.
Yeah, mate, I hear that, man. And that's lovely, man. Because I always think that there's so many fans out there, all from different backgrounds, and we all love the flicking same thing. There's no agenda. We just want to see the best from our team. So, guys, like the video if you're watching. Subscribe if you're new. Road to 500. I want to get your score prediction, Katie, and your first goal scorer for tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go for Greenwood for the first goal.
Hey.
I reckon there's been a bit of rumours spreading around today, so I've seen. I haven't been online, but there's a few little rumours, and it seems like every single time people are bashing him down, he comes out with a fiery performance. So I reckon that's gonna be light of the camera again. So I reckon we're gonna go for Greenwood first one, and I think 2-0 United.
Wow, I love it, Katie. I love it.
If Bailly is centre back.
If Bailly's centre back, I don't care. Honestly, Aidan, what do you say? Score predictions and first goal scorer. You're thinking hard about this, man.
Do you know what? Yeah, I have a feeling that the team. I don't think it's going to be a Pamin, but I think we're going to come up like really lazy and really like start really poorly. We're just going to be honest. We're not having the proper players like we always do. I think they're going to score. We're going to get really scared. I think like Januzaj will score first. I think we get really scared, and then we'll score. But then they might nick in the end. I think we'll win it in the second leg. But I just have a feeling, when like teams have a habit of scoring first against us. I don't know. I can just see it happening. I can just see this really lackluster, like, I can't be arsed. Like, Mata flipping needs to get in a wheelchair. This guy's a pensioner by now. So he's be like walking around. I can just see that happening. So I'm saying 2-1, but I think we'll win the second leg and Januzaj first scorer.
Okay, because that's very important. We have got 2 legs. AG, what are you saying, man?
Phil Jones bicycle kick.
Oh,
Third minute. Nah, I'm joking. Nah, I think because we haven't got no creativity in the hole in front of the back two. I think like Katie, if Bailly and Twanzebe play, in my opinion, if they both get minutes or even one of them, I feel like Bruno could potentially step in that little hole because I know he likes to come deep, just to create a link-up play and give him a specific role. And then I play Mata in the cam hole, little cam role, because I know that he loves that position. He can play. He doesn't need pace or speed, but he's got the mindset for it. And then I'd say Diallo's gonna get the first goal.
And then what's the score?
I'm gonna go 1-1 United. Yeah,
that's conservative. I'm going. What's Carl Lewis saying? He's going Sociedad 3, Manchester United 2, Alexander Patrick. If you wouldn't know that Carl's a Manchester United fan, but he's actually really passionate. I think he loved the guy. I think, Usman, what are you saying? Usman's saying they will score first, then we'll score second half 1-1. Yeah, I think. Oh, what am I going with? I don't know who's going to play. Oh, Jesus, it could be flicking Phil Jones.
That's the thing. We literally don't know who's going to play because of these injuries now. It could be the most random team that we get.
You know what? I'm going to agree with you.
If everyone's injured, we could have an absolutely woeful team.
Or we could play really well, though. This is what I'm saying. Like, we could play really well with a team.
If we put like 20 man behind the ball, like there's not even 20 people on the pitch, but you know what I'm saying. Like, if you put like 20, get some Real Sociedad players to get behind the ball as well.
So I'm going to go with Greenwood first goal scorer, and I'm going with a nice 2-1 Manchester United. 2-1.
You're going to say 9-0 then. I was like,
I was like, raw.
Get 9 players. No, 100%. And for tomorrow, we're gonna have a match reaction straight after the game. And for the first time, we're doing a live fan phone-in. So I'll send the details will go up in the chat within the stream, and we'll just try and get a couple of people on just to get your thoughts. And if we do lose and do lose bad, this is gonna be raw. If we do win, I'm bringing out the maracas, and I'm like, like Nando's, you know, the Perry. I'm doing that.
Maracas, bro, that'll be bad.
The maracas are coming out. I just got to find it, get it from my son. I think it's in his baby little set. So I'll borrow that from him, guys. It's gonna be a good. I'm looking forward to this game. I want to see us play. I keep seeing other teams play. I'm like, I want to see my team play. This is Manchester United. I want to see us do something. I want to impress us and start us. But guys, I want to say thank you so much to Neji, to Katie, to Aiden for coming on. Check out my previous video as well, where we talked about what's wrong with Manchester United. How can we fix it? Do we have to panic? Do you want to give out your call out your socials and stuff, Neji?
Yeah, man. As it says in the little name bar there, Sunshine47, SONSHINE 47 on Instagram, IGTV, n.n.fox, and on YouTube, Sunshine47. Just put a space in between the E and the 47.
Nice, yeah. Check out Neji's channel. He just started. It's freaking epic. You can have some really good people on, and you know what Neji does. He brings the energy and the vibe. So check that out, guys. And Katie.
Yeah, so my Twitter is Katie with 2 E's, MUFC, and then I've got a blog called MUFCgirls.com. So check
Amazing.
that one out as well.
Yeah, really check that out. She writes really well. I love seeing that. Katie, thanks so much for coming on. And Aiden?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, United Aiden with 2 N's. If you want to hear me waffle and hear some Pogba prop, then yeah.
Honestly, with Aiden, trust me, the guy tweets, and you know people tweet, but he actually tweet things like good things that you actually want to like. So
that's actually, thank you.
You're not just saying, "Oh, I'm having a sandwich." You know what I mean? You're actually like, you're tweeting things about football that make invoke a response. I freaking love it. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Come back tomorrow for the match reaction. If you want to come on the show for live fan phone in, come into the chat and I'll give you the details. Make sure you've got good lighting and headphones with a mic. I want to say thank you so much to Ian. You did a great job as moderator today. Ian, you are the man. Honestly, you're the man. I really appreciate you, mate. Thanks to everybody for joining. Have a beautiful evening. It's now time to watch Champions League and get some milkshake and chicken wings. Woo! Peace out.